there, friends. Welcome to episode number 245 of It'll Be Fine. I'm your friend and your pal, Kelly Zemnickis. And as we do each week on the show, I head to a cookbook or I grab a recipe card, and my dog's in agreement. And along with my guest, we pick a dish that neither of us has ever made before, but we go forward with the confidence that it's going to be fine. And on today's show, we are baking Tiramisu cupcakes. What? Ooh, I'm excited for this one, especially because my guest today is back for her second bake on the show. The first time didn't go so great, but you know what? We're going to make the most of the second time. This is the redemption episode. Desiree Walsh is back on the show. Desiree is a fantastic comedian and writer based here in Toronto, my friend. And man, I am so glad she is on her way up, ready to do a take two on It'll Be Fine. It's going to be finer. It'll be finer. Let's go.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yay!
Take two of the bake. How are you feeling?
Good.
I am too. I think you were last on, you were like, I want to say episode 24, I
I
think.
think so.
And this is episode 245.
Wow.
So, a lot's happened.
It has.
It has. Desiree's episode, there's a link in the show description. Go to it, because despite the fact that those no-bake cookies turned out to be granola, it was delicious.
It was. If you like a little peanut butter and chocolate with your sugar, it was good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For the second bake, we have leveled up a notch. We're going to the milk calendar from 2017, the Ontario Canadian Dairy Farmers of Canada milk calendar. Friends, if everything goes right, our end product should look something like this. It's a tiramisu cupcake.
I'm
That's what we're
excited.
gonna do. I am too, because I love me a tiramisu dessert,
Me too.
and I love cupcakes.
Me too.
So that is what we are making. And the link to this recipe also is in the show description. You just need to scroll down and click on that. The one thing we're doing different, because I do like to mess things up on this show, if I don't have the ingredient, I'll use something else. So this calls for a mascarpone icing. I never say mascarpone correctly. It's the one cheese I can't pronounce properly. Mascarpone. I always want to put an R there.
Yeah.
Mascarpone. We're doing cream cheese icing,
Yeah.
because I didn't have mascarpone,
That's fun.
because it's expensive.
It is.
And I'm lazy.
Yeah.
You've got two options on the muffin cupcake trays. You can either grease them up. This is my Vanna White.
I'm helping.
I'm Pat Sajak.
I've always thought between the two of us, I was Vanna White and you were Patsy.
Yeah. We got to get that ready. And then what we're going to start with, this does call for coffee. You don't want to brew it. That's what we're drinking right now, because if there's coffee, you're going to drink it. You need the granules. You can use whatever brew you want. It doesn't specify. But grab your coffee and let's get cracking. All right. Desiree, your mission, if you choose to accept it.
And I do.
Okay, cool. We have milk. We're using 2% lactose-free milk for this episode because it's what was in my fridge. All right, that's going in the bowl. And with that, you are going to whisk in coffee. We're using, of course, ground coffee for today's bake, as we do. But again, whatever you got at home, use it. Although if you want throw coffee, there's a link in the show description. Okay. Whisk, baby, whisk. All right, so we're going to mix, or whisk rather, the milk and the coffee together, and we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. That's some expert whisking there, Des.
Thank you.
How do you prepare for whisking? Do you have a mantra that you use? This one too, Des. Just because you did so great at that. This time you got a fork.
That's exciting.
Yay,
We
cool.
graduated from whisking
Graduated.
to forking.
That didn't come out right.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Mix the baking powder into the flour. And we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is just a pinch above a pinch of salt. 1/4 teaspoon. Of course, the Kyle Petrila box of kosher salt. There we go. All right, get forking.
Sounds good.
Yay! Cool. All right.
Would we be folding this in?
We are not folding in. No,
Okay.
we're just very gently mixing this together. They're getting to know each other, and then in a large bowl, we're going to head to my KitchenAid here, and we're going to cream up the butter, which has been at room temperature. And what else do we need? The butter, the sugar, and then we're going to add the egg. So far, this is infinitely better than the last time.
Yeah, it is.
In terms of the bake. Hanging with you is always a good time.
Yeah.
But that bake was...
I think with that, we had to keep it hot on the stove, and it's like hard to do a cooking show dialogue when like speed is the name of the game.
Right. So now we're going to cream the butter. So when you're doing the buttercream, don't put the whole stick in because that'll just make it incredibly difficult. Cut it up. Make sure it is at room temperature. It will make your life easier. And then for the sugar, we're using granulated sugar for this, but I also had a little bit of coconut sugar left over, so I tucked that in as well. You need 3/4 cups. So we're going to blend these two together. And I need a this helps. So that is what is happening in here. The butter is kind of sticking together around the mixer, so I'll just stop it in a second and pop it out, and we'll keep going. So what we are doing now is we're taking that mixture that was just in the KitchenAid, and we're adding half of the flour. So if you want to stop there for a hot sec, I'm going to put this in. So now what we're going to do is in batches add the flour and then that milk and coffee mixture from earlier. We'll take turns.
That sounds good.
Like Pat, Sajak, and Vanaway.
Yes.
Those are our new nicknames.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I asked you on the last show about this. I may have. I can't remember. What was your push to do stand-up? Was it like something you've been thinking of, or did a coworker think you should do it? Or?
Many people have always said I was very, very funny. Like that is one of the consistent job feedbacks I have gotten. is you were incredibly stupid, but you were very funny. Yeah, it's that with that consistent feedback. And then I got a better paying job. I worked in a bank during the day. I decided to take a stand-up course at Second City. Also, my friend's roommate met her husband in the stand-up 1 class at Second City.
Oh.
And they're now married with a baby. Neither of them do stand-up anymore, but they are married and have a baby. And I was like, I want a husband. Needless to say, I did not get a husband, but I do have a lovely stand-up career as an amateur stand-up comic in Toronto. So mixed blessings.
And you have a comedy album coming out.
I do.
It's like your baby. It's your comedy album. It's like a baby.
Yes, it's called Everybody Panic.
I'm so excited to hear it. It's going to be so great.
So I am the winner here, is what I'm saying.
That's awesome.
Those people have happiness, but I have a comedy album.
I'm going to keep going. This is a very little meditative thing you can do. It's very zen. Just think about life while you fill your muffins or your cupcakes up, Hey, we did it! Yay! So these are going to go into the oven for 19 minutes. Now, every oven is different. So once you do a little toothpick test, once it comes out, if you still notice some like, it kind of looked more like this consistency rather than cooked, keep it cooking. This could be done in like 15 minutes. You may need half an hour. Basically, don't go run a marathon while these bake. That would be ridiculous.
Yes, do not leave your kitchen unattended.
No. Especially if we're in it.
Yeah. Oh yes, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Let's go check. Oh, look at them. You need a cup of whatever you're going to use. Heck, if you want to put whipped cream on the top of this, go wild. I guess as long as it's Canadian dairy.
It probably would be.
It probably would. So we need that. For a little fancy sprinkling on top, you can see it here. Everybody calls this unsweetened cocoa powder. Can we stop doing that? None of it is ever sweetened. It's always unsweetened. You're not using hot chocolate mix for this.
And that's your me.
Just call it cocoa powder. So anyways, you need that as well. We need some, what I lovingly refer to as the Puff Daddy of all sugars, powdered sugar, because it's also called icing sugar, or confectioner sugar, or caster sugar.
Oh, just like Puff Daddy has many names.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So we need that, and we need a third of butter, so not the full stick, maybe about like that much butter. We'll use that, and vanilla. And if you want to top these off with a chocolate covered espresso bean, go for it. I don't have that.
Oh.
But I do have toffee chips.
Okay.
We can use that. Okay, so into this guy, we are going to take our powdered Puff Daddy sugar.
There we go. There we go. It's in focus now.
So we're going to add that in there. And then for the butter, once again, you don't want to put the entire stick. Like, cut it up into... At a decently high speed, we're going to mix this together. Not too high of a speed. Zemnickis. And then what we will do after is add in the cheese.
And will we be folding that in?
We will not be.
Okay.
No, but
okay.
good to ask. Good to ask.
We will not be folding the cheese in.
My favorite Schitt's Creek line. All right, friends, the cream cheese just went in, so we're going to mix that all together. And then we're going to be ready to ice because look what's cooling. Yay! Frosting. Yay!
Yay!
Now, according to the instructions, we can decorate this after. Do you want to add this to the frosting? The
Yeah,
chocolate?
we probably should, or
We're gonna.
it's going to be all over your kitchen.
All right, so we're going to mix this together to make a lovely chocolatey frosting for our tiramisu
So we
cupcakes.
don't paint Kelly's kitchen brown.
Yeah, usually people paint the town red, not
Yeah,
you don't
not-
paint it brown.
not
I feel like that would be
brown.
like smearing poop everywhere.
Yes, yeah, we're not
It's
going
a,
to do that.
it's a baking show.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gross.
a baking show.
Does your mom bake? Is Karen a baker?
She used to bake more when I was little, I think, but
Okay.
she bakes sometimes.
All right. Is there a Karen specialty?
Yeah, she likes to make these brownies that have beans in them. But
Oh,
they taste not bad, so it's good.
is it like a vegan kind of cupcake or?
Yeah, they're supposed to be Weight Watchers.
Oh, they've got some good recipes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they totally do. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. So this is a tiramisu cupcake with a cream cheese frosting. Bon appetit. Mmm. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, it's got a nice little coffee kick and the creaminess of the cream cheese, and it's not like a super sweet cupcake,
No.
which I'm really, really digging.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good product. I like this a lot.
It is.
Yeah, and I do like that it's not crazy, crazy sweet,
Mm-hmm.
but It's still giving me enough. What would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Maybe like a 7 or an 8.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think we leveled up from our last bake.
We did.
We definitely did. This is good. It's looking good inside. Nice consistency. And I like how the coffee gives it a little bit of like almost like a poppy seed kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. All right. We have a winner. Danielle.